the biggest guy in the world, but boy, he's a competitive player. He's got a good edge to his game, especially without Josh Manson. Two different defensemen, obviously.
He doesn't know he's not big, Payne.
Here's Natchez across from Malinsky. He scores! Sam Malinsky filling in for the injured Cale Makar on this shift. Gets the first goal in Game 1. Nothing in Game 1 of that series against LA. Finished strong. A goal in Game 4. With a sweep. There's a steal. And a chance. They score! Jack Dre! 2 goals in less than a minute for Colorado. They went 3 for 22. It cost Ray Bennett his job. Trying to get something going here. This is thrown on net by McKinnon. Got his own rebound. Score! McKinnon makes the play. Lehkonen gets the goal. It's 3 goals in the first period for the Avalanche. Now tries to get on the 23-year-old rookie goaltender Jesper Wallstedt. Here's a chance. They score! Puck popped onto the stick of Marcus Johansson. And Minnesota bites into that 3-goal lead. A goal for the Wild, who desperately needed it after surrendering 3 goals to start this game. Quinn Hughes trying to create, and he found Hartman. He scores! What a pass from Quinn Hughes, banged home by Ryan Hartman. And the goals just keep on coming. Against Dallas, he drives to the net on the backhand wraparound. Wedgwood able to seal it off. Here comes Nichushkin, driving his blanket back, scores!
Right now, he's got to simplify and do a little bit quicker, I agree.
Here comes a chance for Tarasenko. What a move, and he scores! Tarasenko, a la Peter Forsberg, brings Minnesota back within 1.
And this line for Minnesota, they want to get their forecheck going. Looks like they're doing it right here.
Quinn Hughes on the cutback. Hughes got a little space and he scores! Quinn Hughes, and Minnesota has erased what was a 3-goal lead for Colorado. Dallas had a good power play all year. If we could do what they do, we would be doing it all year. Oh, look out here. This is a shorthanded break, and it's Marcus Foligno in all alone, and he scores! Marcus Foligno shorthanded, and Minnesota has taken the lead. Brock Faber set to return. Nichushkin settles it down, takes a look, moves to Taves, wrist shot, scores! Brock Nelson with the tip, and it's tied again!
That's what the head coach was talking about with their bottom 6, how different they are.
Here's Makar, scores! Cale Makar off the face-off, Colorado back ahead! Wrist shot blocked, Colton look out, switched ahead for Nazem Kadri on a break, Kadri scores! Hughes into the zone for Matt Boldy. Watched by Makar, floated to the front, they score!
Goodness, that went in!
Zuccarello driving it, popped up over the shoulder of Wedgwood, and it is back to a 1-goal game with 4 minutes remaining for Colorado. That's the difference right now. Marty Natchez trying to step around Zuccarello. Zuccarello got a stick on the puck. Taves over, Makar with it. Cale Makar, shot, scores! Cale Makar, the answer! 3 Wild players park in front of the net. It's Hughes for Faber. Had to come to it. Hughes all the way across, broken up. McKinnon! Got it! Make it 9 for Colorado!
passes it off the end wall. Kulak plays it. And a little one-touch passing play through center with speed. Here comes McKinnon. Racing down the right wing side. Drops to Natchez in the slot. Backhander. Score! McKinnon drops. Natchez carries. Roofs it on the backhand. 1-0. A breakaway off the goal. And the answer by Minnesota. Kaprizov got loose. A defensive breakdown for Colorado. 6 seconds after the Natchez goal. Kirill the Thrill is able to tie it. It feels like game one again. And for the Dallas Stars, their power play was really the only thing that kept them in the series for 6 games against Minnesota in round number 1. Here is Picard, a quarterback. Natchez with room down to the goal line in front. Score! What a pass by McKinnon. The captain to finish. Landeskog makes it 2-1. And now it's settled down by Spurgeon. Barrett Spurgeon now number 1 all time in playoff games played in Minnesota Wild history with the injury to Brodin. That shot by Wallace. Backhand to forehand. The quick release by Nick Waugh extends the Colorado lead. It's Picard. Daughtry on the flank. Down to the goal line once again. Landeskog. See if he heads back to the bumper. There's the one-timer. McKinnon on the power play. The Avalanche strike again and extend their lead. Johansson protects it. Hunt is met by O'Connor. It's in behind the net. You're off center. Score! They throw it out in front. And in perfect position, Marcus Johansson is able to beat Wedgwood. Down to the goal line, a good stick by Burns. Swats at it. It's played to the corner. 10 seconds to go. Nichushkin will lob it out. It heads towards the empty net. Scores!
Better have your head on a swivel with the defensemen that each team have in this situation.
And here's one of them, Faber, who led the rush into the Colorado zone. Feeds Kaprizov, feeds and scores! Changed by Wedgwood. Boldy slides it across.
No stick for Wedgwood.
Kaprizov could not tee it up. Wedgwood without a stick. Spinning with it is Hughes. Hughes shoots. He scores! 2-0 Wild. With the Minnesota Wild. Now Boldy up top. Kaprizov across. Here's Zuccarello with a shot. Score! Deflection and hit Taves initially. And the Minnesota Wild are now 2 for 2 on the power play. They lead the Avalanche 3-0. For Kadri. Now Landeskog. Here's Kadri once again. Landeskog stuff attempt saved by Volstead. The puck is in.
There was contact with Volstead, but it was Hunt that drove Landeskog into his goaltender, and that's why the puck ended up being so free, and McKinnon had a wide open net. And when you do that, and here's a penalty coming up here. It looks like O'Connor's going to go. Power play coming for the Wild.
Volstead off for the extra attacker. Saved by block when they score! He got a piece of it, and then it crossed the line. So the Wild come right back 20 seconds after the McKinnon power play goal. It's now 4-1. Back out to McCarr. 10 seconds. Shot by Natchez blocked. Here's Kadri shoots. That does not get through. Sent down into the empty net by Boldy.
Two-on-two battle for it now in the corner. Kulak with a stick lift. Played back to a dancing Faber. Faber to Tarasenko in the corner. Back to Faber. One-time drive. Score! Power play goal for the Wild. They have the lead. It looked like it was deflected on the way in by Ura.
He was called for that penalty. Quick shot. Volstead, another save. Rebound. They score! Nazem Kadri ties game 4 up at 1 apiece with his second of the playoffs. And there's Father Sam and Mother Sahela Absolutely thrilled with that goal from Kadri.
Never saw it through the screen on the shot by Nelson.
Again, Brock Nelson. He must feel somewhat snake bit. Tipped by Waugh. Tries again. Backdoor score! Oh, what a pass by Nick Waugh to set up Colton for the go-ahead goal. Sturm drives the net. Sturm wraparound try right through the crease. Hughes keeps it onside. Backhanded down low. Score! Sturm! Oh, what a setup by Quinn Hughes. We're tied.
I don't believe you.
My dream is coming true. Bogosian, the intercept by Drury. Well recovered by Middleton. Drury gloves it down. Kelly. Score! Parker Kelly with the quick release off the feed from Drury. Colorado back on top. Boldy at the half wall. Hoping for Hughes. Pick free by Natchez. Center circle sets up McKinnon. Scores into the empty net. McKinnon puts this one away, it seems, for Colorado with a half minute to go. The puck loose. Landeskog tries to dig it free. Ends up behind the net. Boldy throws one out in front, hoping for a bank shot. Instead, it's sent towards the empty net by Nelson, and he scores. So this series will head back to Denver with a chance for the Avalanche to move on to the conference final.
Quinn Hughes in with a shot. Puck is loose and it's knocked out of trouble. Sent back around by Faber. Hughes with it. Shoots. Turned aside by Blackwood. Now Boldy into the slot. Score! Johansson just 34 seconds in. What an opening shift for the Minnesota Wild. And for Marcus Johansson, his third goal of this series.
A lot going on offensively.
Puck was cleared out by Kaprizov, carried across by Sturm. Sturm towards the net. And the redirect, they score! It's Foligno! 2-0 Minnesota!
8th shift in the game so far for Boldy. That looked like it was offside.
And now Sturm blocked it across. 3-0!
Boy, that play was very, very close to being offside. But the big rebound given up by Blackwood.
It's Nick Foligno again.
Wow.
You can hear one of the officials yelling, move it.
George Dwyer right there letting him know, not going to blow the whistle.
There's Burns out at the right point. The Avalanche are on the board. The redirect by Parker Kelly. It's now 3-1 Minnesota.
Wedgwood will make his way to the bench.
Drury wins the faceoff. Here's Taves. Now Waugh. Back out for Devon Taves. Score! Deflected in front by Drury. And the Avalanche have pulled to a goal. Out to the point for Burns. Across it comes to Natchez. 6 skaters on the ice for the Avs. Here's McKinnon shooting one. He scores! He scores! The Avalanche tie the game at 3. Baroque Kaprizov. Cross ice. Boldy couldn't get the stick on it. Quickly ahead into the Minnesota zone. It's Natchez. Natchez. Shot. Score! Score! Kulak wins it. The Avalanche move on.
Now the outlet to Rasmus Andersson, center circle, and across. Drops to Mitch Marner. Marner surveys. Marner, backdoor pass. Score! Oh, what a pass by Marner! Tapped in by Howden. He stays red hot. The Golden Knights have the lead. Gauthier battles in the corner. Seneca there as well. Digs the puck free. Granlund up top. Carlson slides it left. Lacombe drives the net. Lacombe out in front. Granlund score! The drive by Lacombe onto the stick of Granlund.
Finland. We are tied. Eichel to Barbashev, and now the cross-corner toss, hoping for the return. Eichel can't work his way past Legault.
Well, that could have been icing there.
Dorofiev springs free in front. Score! Dorofiev sets up Barbashev. The answer by the Golden Knights. Tossed into the shin guards of Terry with 13 seconds to go.
Time's unfriendly here.
Lobbed out by Marner towards the empty net. Scores!
Back into the Duck zone. Trouba on it there. There's McColl. Puck reflected in by Viel. Now out in front it comes. They score! The Ducks strike first. Beckett Seneca gives Anaheim a 1-0 lead. Pass up the middle, Kreider. Again, it's Hanifin back. Boy, Terry over to play the puck. In front, score! 2-0 Ducks. Leo Carlson extends the Anaheim lead. Here's Marner with a shot. That gets blocked, flipped out of the zone. Played by Shea Theodore. Off the skate of William Carlson. Puck is settled down to the empty net. Score! Jansen Harkins back in the Ducks lineup. Makes it 3-0 Anaheim.
Look at the guys on the ice.
They came up with a huge kill after that when Vegas had a power play. They didn't seem bothered by it whatsoever. They took the long approach, and overall a very strong 60-minute effort here for Anaheim in game 2. Oh, man. It felt great for Dostal.
Eichel threw the puck towards the net. And the Golden Knights are on the board in the closing seconds.
Kane and Korsak, same lineup for Joel Quenneville from game 2, the 3-1 victory in Vegas. Here is Eichel, the pass, the shot, the goal! Shea Theodore! Just a minute 6 into game 3, and it's 1-0 Golden Knights. Trying to find Kreider in the corner, reaching out to try and work it to John Carlson. It's Marner skating into the Anaheim zone, hands it off for McNabb, who scores! Braden McNabb, a short-handed goal, and it's 2-0 Vegas. And for the last 5 times it's happened, they've come back to win the series. Of course, they lost game 2 in this series. Marner in, big save by Dostal, and they score! Mitch Marner, and they do get one late on the power play. It's 3-0 Vegas. To the crease, and back to Eichel on the far side. Here's Eichel. Now a chance in front, and Marner tucks it home. Vegas goes up 4-0. What a passing play by the Golden Knights. Marner in, he extracts it. Here's William Carlson, drops it for Marner. Marner looks, Marner shoots, and Marner scores! The first hat trick in his playoff career for Mitch Marner, and it's 5-0 Vegas. But then the Mitch Marner bus rolled into the parking lot of Honda Center, and everything changed. There's a puck leaking through, and Anaheim gets on the board. Beckett Seneca, and it's 5-1.
Life is simpler for teams when they're on the road. Everything's scheduled out for you. You just got to show up for the bus and show up for the meal and get ready for the game. And
a score right off the pass to Chris Kreider, and he makes it 5-2.
a nice job by Hanifin there on that back door on that last play.
Here's Kreider from the blue line, and now the empty net and in. From way downtown.
8.5 in, we're scoreless from Anaheim. Centering feed, opportunity, kick save. Gauthier denied by Seneca rocket. Ducks finally score thinks about the wrist shot, goes down low for Marner. Marner for Eichel. To Theodore. Looking for the one-timer shot. Score! On the rebound, on the doorstep, Pavel Dorofeev knocks it out of midair. And behind Dostal, it's a power play goal. And Vegas has tied the game at 1. Zellweger, the defenseman leading the rush. Biel comes over to help out. Here's a chance. Granlund shot, score! It gets through Carter Hart. Mikael Granlund gives Anaheim the lead back. 2-1 Ducks.
That's an example of a good defensive play in the offensive zone.
William Karlsson on it there. Centers in front. It's in. Score! Who else but Brett Howden bangs it in. And Vegas has tied the game at 2. The spin cycle for Seneca to make the pass. That gets through Marner now. Gauthier for Killorn. Shot him again. Shot and score! It's in! Alex Killorn has put Anaheim back on top. 3-2 and yet another power play goal for the home squad. Throws it back to the point for Ian Moore. He'll go across. Wanted Zellweger for the shot there. Here's Moore, another chance. Look at this. Scores! Ian Moore from the point. Scratched in the last 2 games. Lights the lamp there. Eichel will wind up. It's like an orange wall there waiting for him at the blue line. That shot is flicked and scored. Vegas gets one back. And finally, is it 48 Tomas Hertl?
McTavish has it back to Seneca behind the net. Beckett Seneca. Back to Cutter Gauthier. Shot, save, rebound, score! Beckett Seneca does it again! The 20-year-old with his 5th goal of the postseason, and Anaheim has a power play goal, and they lead Game 5, 1-0.
Shoot that.
Shot. Nice stick work by John Carlson on Hertl. Stripped by Dorofeev to the middle. Shot. Score!
Bucci, given the fact that this is a 1-1 game, the pace has been high here in the 3rd.
Anderson. Shot. Deflected. Saved by Dostal. Rebound. Score! Hertl! Gauthier, Biel, McTavish. Karlsson, back to McTavish. Here's Gauthier, cross, Zellweger, shot, score! Shot from the point, it's loose, in front. Eichel had a shot at it, but it was bouncing. Couldn't make contact, Eichel has it. Eichel looking, across the barbershop, deflection, score! Dorofeev is the hero!
Tim Washy from well out that deflects off a stick to the corner. Anaheim attempting to keep it deep, broken up by William Karlsson. He springs a man, Mitch Marner, who's in, and he stuffs it home! Mitchell Marner! It's a stretch pass from Wild Bill. William Karlsson put it right on the money. In Game 6, Vegas off and running. Vegas has 3 shorthanded goals in the postseason. Marner, a great penalty killer, with the game's only goal, crosses the line. Mitch Marner, out in front, they score! That's hockey, baby! It's Brett Howden. It's his 8th goal of the playoffs, and Vegas has a 2-0 lead. Killorn has 2 cups, as we mentioned. He's been to the final 4 times in his NHL career with Tampa Bay now. Shot taken by Theodore. He scores! Shea Theodore from distance on the power play. 2:41 left in period 1 in Game 6. And Leo Carlsson out through center ice. Terry with a dangle. He's in. He sets up Granlund with a shot. He scores! Kyle Granlund brings the house down with a power play goal. Anaheim on the board. Just about 3 minutes gone in the third period of Game 6. Vegas leads the best of 7 series 3-2. A steal, a shot, they score! A stinging wrister by Pavel Dorofeev. In the right place at the right time, he continues his impressive run, and Vegas has a 4-1 lead. Rasmus Anderson right back in.
You're going to see that a lot here out of Vegas. It's going to be below the goal line on every play.
Dorofeev swings it in. Pavel Dorofeev as it leaks through Lukas Dostal. His second goal tonight. 6:28 left in game number 6.
Line. He's going to see a lot of Hudson coming in from that blue line.
Lane Hudson led Montreal in points in round 1. He had 6 of them. Here's Benson with Doan. Score! Josh Doan. Sabres take an early lead in game 1. On the goal line. Benson to Quinn again. Shot pass.
Oh.
Cut off in the slot. Doan won a battle. Score! Benson found McLeod and Buffalo. 0-2 in the first.
It'll be Caulfield across. Lane Hudson again. Caulfield tracked by Melenstein. Swung low for Slafkovsky to the net. Scores! Nick Suzuki and the Canadiens cut the Buffalo lead in half.
Tapped on, taken by Samuelson. On for Greenway. He's got Kozak moving to the net. Greenway. His shot scores! Jordan Greenway. His first goal of the postseason. The 2-goal lead back here in game 1. This is considered still his rookie season. 43 games during the regular season. Byram moves in, shoots, scores! Bowen Byram has struck again. 2 power play goals for Buffalo. It's a 4-1 lead.
Timmins works it ahead. Buffalo gets out. Over skating at Thompson. Back in. Kirby Dach. And Brian Dach. Rebound. Scores! What a play! Kirby Dach. And the Canadiens get one back. Knocking him off stride, but Hudson's going to stay with him. And now Jake Evans gets it back. Back to Hudson, moving in. And across. The shot scores! A minute 36 in. And it looks like Alex Newhook with the touch. And an icebreaker for Montreal.
Dobish wasn't able to see him. You got to get some traffic in front. You've got to try those cross-seam passes. The 4 goals against, 2 of them tap in cross-seam. The other 2 were screens.
Matheson scores! Mike Matheson on another face-off win. And Montreal's got a 2-goal lead. Pass too far for Tuck, taken away by Hudson. Hudson gets run by Zucker, but out comes Evans. Here's Jake Evans in. In front, scores! What a pass from Evans to Newhook, who doubles down, and Montreal has a 3-0 lead.
Benson comes up with the puck, got it for Dahlin, and the rebound off Dobish. Doan moves it quickly, gets it back, shoots, it's blocked, got it again. Here's Timmins, back door, Benson scores! What a shift from Zach Benson, and there is life in these Sabres.
Back to Thompson. And off balance, he punches himself into the ice. It's a 2-on-1. It's Carrier. Scores! Alex Carrier! And it's 4-1 Montreal. Suzuki onto the right side. Tate Thompson has come on. So they need 3. They get the extra guy out right now, and Suzuki makes it a 5-1 Montreal lead. He has goals in 3 straight games.
Really
behind the net. And now into the corner. Peyton Krebs tried to move it to the front and was stopped, but the Canadiens couldn't clear. Darlene, rebound, score! Tage Thompson took it off the back wall. 53 seconds in. Buffalo leads 1-0.
Dobson leading them back in. Noah Dobson unable to thread that pass through off the stick behind the net. Battle for it in front. Jake Evans stop. The rebound. Scores. It's Alex Newhook. Great pressure. Hudson tip wide. It's gathered back. And played to Demidov from Caulfield. What a move. Hudson. Caulfield scores. Too far for Krebs and bounce back. And after the puck is Bolino. Kirby Doc going to the net. Scores! Zach Bolduc. With Alex Tuck. Caulfield. Hudson. Back to Caulfield and Hudson again. He'll shoot it. Scores!
Darlene is on the top of the power play. They're 3 for the last 55, 0 for the last 29 on the road. Darlene scores! It hit the back of the net and came out quickly, but it's a power play goal for Buffalo. And they're back within 2.
It is stopped by Gomez for the 2-1. It's Delon across with Texier. Texier and Ryan must have got a piece. Kirby Doc. And a bouncing puck with the net empty, and it's Alex Newhook off the post, but they're going to give it the goal on the penalty with the empty net.
Here's Josh Norris the other way for Josh Doan. Bobbled it, but got it up to Norris. They score! Matthias Samuelsson off a beautiful feed by Norris, and Buffalo has the lead 1-0.
Newhook gets a stick on that, trying to hold the zone. Good battle in front. Evans. Oh, it went up high. Looks like he was there. Newhook scores. He's done it again. Now Demidov, Slavkovsky, Hudson, Suzuki, shot blocked. Hudson gets it back. His shot blocked. Caulfield, hit the scores! Cole! Caulfield!
Now being booed every time he touches the puck. 8th year with Buffalo. You saw the graphic. Ooh, that was a strange. Oh, it's in! Go in! It is in! It hit the back wall. Karam to the post. Hit Dobish in the back of the leg and went into the net. Wow, what a break for Buffalo. Thompson with Carrier nearby. Sabres crowding the front of the net. They work it to the front. Benson scores! Zach Benson! A power play goal and a 3-2 Buffalo lead.
Rister off the outside of the goal. Picked up by Quinn. Jack Quinn gets away from Carrier. Zucker took a tumble. Timmins across. Settled down. Rister. Score! Another early goal for the Buffalo Sabres. Jack Quinn put it on goal. Jason Zucker may have gotten a piece on the way through.
And a lead feed. Suzuki trying to dash back in after his 3-game goal streak came to an end. The giveaway here. Suzuki, a chance. The Blitz scores. Cole Caulfield has tied it. And now he has goals in 3 straight.
Backs it out for Power. Opens up a shot. Lay loose in the slot. Doan has it. Power had to reload. Then Doan scores! Josh Doan got the one-timer through along the ice, and Buffalo reclaims the lead just more than a minute after Montreal had tied it.
Scored the first goal of the series and now has 3 goals and 10 points in the playoffs. 2-1 is scores off Texier. It's a wild start here at Buffalo, and the game is even again.
As this is in the slot for Helenius, regathers, he scores! Everything going in Game 5. 3 straight shots have gone in for the Sabres.
After some sloppy play in the defensive zone, a really good outlet pass created that chance.
Go through those Sabres, but out over a minute as Hudson in front scores! Josh Anderson on the Hudson pass, and for the 3rd time the game is tied.
Earlier on in the period, they were panicking with those kind of plays and turning the puck over and allowing the pressure to continue.
Here's Davidoff in again, and look at it, it's in! Look at it, look behind, and the red light is on!
Well, it's not going to be Davidoff, but he makes it happen. It's...
So the Canadiens with the most power play opportunities in the playoffs. Going to work on their first of the night with just under 2.5 minutes to go, and Suzuki scores! 10 seconds in, and now Montreal has a 2-goal lead. Pressure for over a minute now in the Buffalo zone. That went off Davidoff's stick, but saved by Hudson. And now Davidoff again fires, scores! There it is!
What a great season he's had, and just a great play of keeping this one alive. A little chip by Suzuki, and Slavkovsky was looking Caulfield first.
Thompson tried to sweep it out in front, and Mike Matheson stopped it. As you look at the Buffalo lineup, Zach Metsa is in, playing his first career playoff game. Good move, down low, they score! Rasmus Dahlin, just 32 seconds in. Buffalo scores first for the 5th time in 6 games in this series.
To make that play possible.
Jake Evans digs in and wins that face-off. Scores! It's Arbor Jacky with the equalizer.
Oh, man.
They get in, and now it's Demidov with the puck. He'll shovel it to Hudson. Slavkovsky with room. Down low it goes to Caulfield. Back up top. One-timer. Scores! He won! Demidov! Matheson takes him to the boards. Evans comes into the loose puck. Maybe a 2-on-1 brewing. It's Evans and Anderson. Jake Evans scores!
Now Quinn. Evans got a stick on it, does again, but it still bounced to Buffalo, and they score! Jason Zucker, power play goal. Off the feed from Norris. Here's Benson. Byram up high, flips it toward the net. It got through Dobish, they score! Zach Benson has tied the game at 3. Now it's Doan at the front of the net with Benson. Dahlin's in deep. Quinn scores! Jack Quinn, a one-timer, a power play goal. Buffalo back on top, 4-3. Yeah, wow. Goldberg went floating into Dahlin behind the net. The other way comes Zucker. Helenius scores! Consta Helenius makes it 5-3 Buffalo. He's made some big stops lately. What has not been his best night of these playoffs. Thompson passed it up. Tough angle shot. They score! Jack Quinn. And it's 6-3 Buffalo. One of 5 Montreal players dressed tonight who hail from this province of Quebec. Sent toward an empty net and in. one. It's a Buffalo goal into the empty net. Goalie, one on kind of a fluky goal by Alex Newhook. Mensah out there on the power play, and he scores as it goes through Fowler. So everything Lindy Ruff has done tonight has turned out well.
And now bounce down into Sabre territory. That's Josh Anderson in after it first. Got it loose. A chance here. Goalie in front. Scores! Tipped in front. And Montreal has struck first. Phil Deneau with the touch. Now Bolduc from the corner. Back to the line for Hudson. Wayne Hudson can't sift it through. It'll be Suzuki in front. Scores! It's Bolduc. A power play goal. And for the first time, a guy on the second power play unit has struck.
In the series against Boston in the opening round. Greenway moved it quickly. Metza sends it back. Greenway trying to wrap around. He got double team. Mallenstein out in front. There's a shot. They score! Matthias Samuelsson through the crowd. It's 2-1.
How did you not see that guy? You just don't sometimes.
Off the face-off, it comes Owen Power. Walking down the slot. They score! Rasmus Dahlin again!
And that breakaway chance in overtime. That came close to the line, and now Montreal's going to work it out. Carrier ahead. Over the line comes Newhook. Shooting! Scores! Alex Newhook! Olé! 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 And Montreal is going to play Carolina in the Eastern Conference Final.
Controlled by the Canes to Shane Gostisbehere, who's normally paired up with Alexander Nikishin. Again, out with that concussion. Riley, a shot. Score! Fast start, Carolina in game one. Logan Stankoven on the redirect.
When I first saw this arena, it's like, where's the rest of the locker room? Like you literally sit in two different rooms as a visitor.
Jackson Blake with speed, motoring in, scores! Shot out of a cannon! Juleson back on it, pressured by Jarvis. Juleson tried to escape, turned it over. Jarvis, Stankoven scores! Who in the world is hotter than Stankoven? Pressures out to center. Travis Konechny on the turn. Got it wide for Zegras. Centering feed. Redirected. Puck down low. Good stick, Freddie Anderson. Drysdale scores! Jamie Drysdale on the power play. And a heck of a start for the Flyers on the road in game two. Since April 7th.
That still doesn't seem real.
The Phillies hadn't made a managerial move at that time. Carl Grundstrom centered out in front, and they score! Sean Couturier swats one home, and the Flyers lead 2-0. Nick Ehlers surveys Stankoven fans. Bruta plate blocked by Ristolainen. 10 seconds remaining. It's Miller along the line for Jackson Blake. Seam, one-timer score! Nick Ehlers on the power play, and Carolina's on the board. Porter Martone with Denver Barkey, centering and a good stick lift by Keandre Miller.
And these kids on the ice here for Philadelphia bump Martone and Barkey.
Jarvis loads, scores! To tie it at 2. Walker scoops it up, speeding through center. Walker in over the line, got it for Hall. Hall, strong move coming in toward the net. They score! Taylor Hall wins it in Game 2.
Aho to Gustas, Bear, a drive block. Loose puck, Svechnikov off the outside of the net. Gustas, Bear collects. Svechnikov walks in, shoots wide, Stahl jams it in! Jordan Stahl on the power play. 1-0 Carolina.
I think Jackson Blake. Martone now. Off the stick of Blake. Playing towards the net front, loose puck, Zegras scores! Trevor Zegras, with a delayed penalty coming to Carolina, cashes in on the loose puck, and this game is tied.
Well, huge, right? I mean, they're disappointed in the call, but you still got a 2-minute power play. And they've got to put something together, and instead it's a stick by the Hurricanes early on.
Third power play, Stahl across, Chatfield scores! Jalen Chatfield shorthanded. Carolina back in front. And Gosses Bear, a lot of room to work with. Aho across the seam. Svechnikov kicks it to his stick. Gosses Bear to Aho. Svechnikov, a one-timer. He scores! Andrei Svechnikov, his first to the playoffs. And it extends the Carolina lead to 3-1.
I mean, they had a 5-on-3 opportunity, and they couldn't generate anything. So that's tough in terms of that momentum. You're not capitalizing on your chances.
Here come the Canes on a breakaway. Score! Nikolai Ehlers. Is that the dagger here in Game 3? And now Sanheim on the reset with York. Martone on for Zegras as he peels off the wall. Tyson Forster waiting, shooting. He scores! Tyson Forster, his first point of the playoffs. And Philadelphia has a 1-0 lead. Stahl wins this faceoff. Miller beating Jackson Blake. Blake turns, open, shoots, scores! Jackson Blake ties the game for Carolina. John Walker out with it. Blake on a 3-on-2 here for Carolina. Hall with speed, centering, score! Stankoven! Logan Stankoven now has the most goals of anyone in this postseason. A go-ahead goal in the third. 2-1 Carolina.
You know, to your point, you guys were talking about with this team just being comfortable. They're just so comfortable. You can see their game growing.
Connecting the steal. Score! Alex Buff! Tie game.
A good hard play by Zegras because you had Aho and Slavin making plays with each other before Zegras interrupts that.
Taylor Hall the intercept. He's right back in. Centering pass. Save Ladar. It's off his glove and in! The series is over!